Warning, the following is entirely satirical and should not be taken as truth or fact. Styles Rebel Radio and the Rebel Podcast do not own any copyrighted material that may be included in this broadcast. Viewer discretion is advised.
Deconstruct and reconstruct capitalism from the ground up to then fix the jerky prices.
Well.
Suspend the show right now!
You're gonna zipline directly into the harpoon?
Yeah,
What do you know about planes?
I know a lot about planes.
Buckle in, dude. It's gonna suck.
Put your hand on the screen.
How did they find out? Who was the one?
This show has gotten infinitely more gay.
The mystical land of New Jersey.
I don't understand how the laws in this country work anymore. Welcome to the Rebel Radio Show, live, uncut, and uncensored on WSRR Radio. We are saving the underground music scene. To my right, Shaney.
Hey, everyone.
On the board is Jules.
Hello.
Shane, you can't hear.
No, but that's okay. I can hear you guys.
It's this. I'm pretty sure. Unplug your
Give it a little jiggle.
yeah,
and,
jiggle
like,
your
twist
tonsils. Is that it? Can you hear me now?
God? Oh, yeah.
Can
We're
you?
good.
Are you lying to me?
No, I'm not lying. Did you hear that little jiggle I did?
No, I wish I could have experienced that.
Yeah. What's up, guys? How we doing? I can hear you.
Welcome to the Rebel Radio Show, live every Monday, WSRR Radio, 216-859-8699. Of course, that number to text in all during the show. We're going to do something a little different today. We often don't talk about the big issues on the show, you know?
Yeah, we tend to stray away. We talk about the funny stuff.
There's a lot of old ketchup feet.
Yeah, a lot of old ketchup feet.
A lot of pasta in the New Jersey woods.
Can't help that.
A lot of things getting dumped on the road.
Yeah, a lot of AI, a lot of
AI.
A lot of Elon.
But we figured today we're going to do a service to the community. And I don't know why anyone else hasn't done this before, because we're gonna solve all of the world's issues today.
You're welcome.
Yep, you're welcome. So go ahead and pass this on to all your political leaders. We're gonna solve all of the world's issues, or as many as we can, in 2 hours today. Also, if you're listening in podcast form, of course, every Wednesday out 10 a.m. all podcasting platforms, the Rebel Podcast. You're only gonna get the first hour. That's how the podcast works. So you got to listen live every Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern, WSRRradio.com. But we have a fishbowl here.
My head is stuck in it.
You're like the
Not
goldfish from Cat in the Hat.
Yeah.
The big old freaking CGI eyes.
Yeah, I'm Bill Murray. Who was the
Bill
cat?
Murray was the cat in Garfield.
Who's the cat?
Garfield.
Who was the cat in the hat? Who wore that hat?
He was a black and white cat.
Oh,
he
it's
came out of the
Shrek.
book.
It's Michael.
No, it's not Chris Farley, dude.
It's Michael.
Bay? J.
Michael-
Fox.
Michael Myers.
Myers.
Yeah.
I thought that was OJ. My bad. I underestimated how much space, or overestimated how much space these note cards would take up. So the fishbowl is too big.
That's okay.
But we have a bowl.
Yeah.
If you could hear that.
A bowl
It's filled
full
with a bunch of suggestions
and fish.
and fish. Sushi, in fact, if they're dead.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We just wanted to put sushi in the bowl too for
it
aesthetic
is a fish bowl,
purposes.
so some kind of fish.
Yeah. Right.
But there's a bowl full of note cards here, and they have problems that have been suggested by you, the listener, on Reddit r/WSRR, or Instagram, it's WSRR Radio, or Facebook, or wherever you suggested the biggest issues the world faces today.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go through, we're gonna solve them one by one. And we're going to solve all the world's problems, as many as we can in 2 hours. And the first one we're going to solve is everyone is oversensitive.
Start bullying.
I'm pro-bullying. Now, the only fair way this can work, we can consider it solved once all three of us unanimously agree on the answer. Or,
Oh, wow.
or,
That's-
I like.
or two of us and audience participation.
Majority rules type.
Yeah.
So
I think
if two of
majority
us are onto
rules.
something, 216-859-8699, you got to let us know. Otherwise, we got to come to an agreement. All right? So how do we fix everyone is oversensitive, suggested by Darren?
Everyone is oversensitive. That seems like you're sensitive about it. Seems like you have some sensitive issues that you are working on. So I'm sorry that you feel very sensitive right now.
That's hey, you know what? That could be the answer right there. You hit him with the old "I'm sorry you feel that way."
Yeah.
I'm sorry you feel that way is a great response, by the way.
I think it's like, maybe you're sensitive, but like I think
Project on other people.
I think like you can still say what you want to say. And like I think that it gets very blown out of proportion in terms of real world versus what you see on the internet a lot too. Like day-to-day life, you can do whatever the fuck you want. No one's gonna stop, like as long as you're not being a nuisance to the public or like outwardly offensive. I think you can pretty much do or say whatever you want. And
But I think that's the issue at hand. Is like you don't have to be outwardly offensive anymore. Everyone's offended. I could be inwardly offensive and you get offended.
see, I feel like I've just never. It's funny because I feel like I haven't changed.
We offend a lot of people
Yeah,
on this show
we-
weekly.
I offend people all the time.
The Catholic community hates us.
I don't think that I'm like unoffensive. You know what I mean? I don't think that I try to be a people pleaser or anything like that when I'm in public.
You were definitely on the offense.
And my life hasn't like I haven't nothing about I haven't had people come up to me like, you can't say that, you can't wear that, you can't do that. Why did you? I haven't experienced anything like that. And so in my eyes, I don't think people are necessarily oversensitive. I think you, Mr. Darren, are seeing the extremely oversensitive people like more frequently in your day-to-day social sphere.
He's over observant.
Right.
I think, like, I do understand where he's coming from. The world is more overly sensitive,
100%.
but I tend to not even see it. I try to just stay in my world, do what I need to do.
Right.
Don't pay attention to what other people are getting offended by or what they have to say about it.
At least for me, I think the solution is I don't care
Yeah.
if
Right.
you're offended or
Right.
oversensitive about something. It's really not going to affect me. I think that's the attitude to take is I'm going to say and do what I'm going to say and do, and it's up to you how you react to it. I can't control how you react.
Right.
I can control how I act, and I'm going to choose to act how I please, however makes me happy. And you should do the same. But it's up to me to react to you and you to react to me, right?
I feel like I don't think that we are more oversensitive as much as like you hear and
Me
see,
personally am
you
oversensitive. I get it.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, fuck you too, dude.
No, but like you hear and see the loud minority.
Do you
in
think
and like also I think too for me it stems from this is where I was trying to go, sorry, complaining.
Okay.
I hate complainers on both sides of the spectrum, dude. Someone's complaining about some bullshit and then someone comes up to me complaining about that person complaining. Darren, stop complaining.
It's like a double Karen, like when somebody's at the grocery store yelling at the cashier and like you have no idea what the situation was, and then some lady comes up and she's like, you can't talk to her that way. And it's like, just let the situation go. It would have been over eventually. Don't.
Yeah.
do you think a lot of it is what Shane said too, though, of the loud minority of it's really not as big of an issue, but it's made out to be?
And I
Yeah.
think it's just because we see it. So, like, if that's what you're thinking about and talking about with your friends and doing, and it's going to show on your algorithm. And so you're going to be swiping and see that kind of content more. And then you're going to have those thoughts more often of like, man, people really fucking suck. These people are really oversensitive. Everyone's over, like, bro, I think you're just kind of looking directly into a certain pit and saying, look, this pit looks like this pit.
So
Yeah.
so would you say the way to fix the problem of everybody is oversensitive is stop caring what everybody thinks?
Yeah.
Stop
Stop
worrying
caring
about
and stop
everybody?
talking
Yeah.
about other people.
It's such a simple answer, too. Like, it's so duh. Just don't. Why do you care?
It's like a high school answer.
Right.
So
right.
I think we can consider this one solved then, right?
Bing, bing, bing.
Look
bing,
at that.
Bing, bing,
Do we have a
bing,
sound
bing.
effect to play? Can you find a sound effect in there? Find a sound effect to play when we solve
We'll
something.
figure
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah, I think we've solved the problem of everybody is oversensitive. Answer, stop caring about everybody else.
Right.
Stop caring about their feelings. Shane, would you like to pick the next issue that we're going to solve?
I'll reach my
Here, take
hand
the whole
into
fishbowl.
I'll reach my hand into the fish
Pick
bowl.
out a good goldfish in there.
May I
Mm.
attempt this?
Yeah, hit us with a sound effect.
That was cool.
Yep, that's it. That's the one when
That
we
was a good
solve
one.
when
That
we
was a good
solve
one.
problems.
Thank you.
Ooh, okay. I think this one's gonna be more of a.
Oh God, what
This
is
one's
it?
gonna be more of a. So the problem, the world's problem that I have pulled anonymously from. It doesn't have a
No
have a
name.
name
It's
on
an
it.
anonymous.
No name. It is the Saints Row franchise.
Oh, buddy.
Jules, how do you feel about the Saints Row franchise?
I don't know shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
This is your guys' topic. You
Clearly,
guys can save the world on this one.
clearly after Saints Row the Third is where everything fell.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It jumped shark at Saints Row the Third, and like, don't get me wrong,
Is
Saints
that
Row.
actually what it says?
Mm,
Like I remember writing these down, but it was like 3 a.m.
the Saints Row franchise.
Awesome.
I think they jumped the shark at Saints Row the Third. Everything before then was super sick, and it was definitely on par to be a better GTA clone, in my opinion, like a better GTA style game. And then they got really goofy and wacky with the third, and then I forget what the fourth one was.
The
but there was
fourth
like,
one, the Earth blows up.
yeah, it's
and
like
there's
they're
aliens.
superheroes,
Yeah, and they're in
right?
space. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have superpowers and you're like digitally enhanced. And
yeah. I don't fuck with that shit.
The
man.
fourth one sucks. And then there's Gat Out of Hell, which ruined everything
Oh, and then
because you play as Johnny Gat in hell.
I didn't play the reboot, but
I played the reboot.
heard it was not good.
It's terrible.
You were like, you saw that coming from a mile away.
Yeah. No, we talked about that when it came out, I think.
Yeah.
I apologize to whoever wrote this. I didn't get their name down, but
Fuck.
I'm very I
fuck them.
I'm glad I did include this one because there's a couple in here that are probably a little goofier.
Yeah. Switch it up every now and again.
Right. But let me throw this out there. There is an article on WSRRradio.com
Yeah.
about how to fix the Saints Row franchise. I wrote it
Yes.
like 4 years ago.
Go check it out.
Was this your topic?
No, it wasn't, but this is great. There's a couple that I like can remember. I don't know if I wrote them all down. There's a couple that were suggested that were really like on brand with the show.
Sick.
But I wrote an article like 4 years ago, and it was after Gat Out of Hell came out of
Mhm.
how to fix the Saints Row franchise. Because the problem is the first two games were their own games. They were competitors to GTA.
Right.
And I think people started realizing that once GTA 4 was out, and they're like, all right, it's kind of the same. It's like a Coke and a Pepsi, right?
Right.
It's GTA and Saints Row. And so to differentiate themselves, there's some backstage sales that happened with studios,
Yeah.
but Deep Silver took it in the route of, okay, well, people like the comedy aspect of Saints Row a lot. It always had a really good comedy aspect.
Mhm.
So we're going to go full-fledged with that. And that's when like the third started introducing dildo bats and Saints energy drinks and this kind of stuff. And like they leaned into it more with the third.
Bulk. Yeah.
And then the fourth came around. They're like, all right, we're just going to keep going. We're going to keep seeing how far this can go.
Yeah.
Superpowers and VR.
Jumped
and,
the shark and
yeah.
they just kept on flying.
Oh, yeah. You know.
Kept on flying.
They were
Straight off till
deep
morning.
into the ocean.
Yeah.
But then the Get Out of Hell came out and ruined everything. Oh, we're pressed on time, aren't we? Okay, here's the deal. Here's how I explain it all. Saints Row 2, the game starts because in Saints Row 1 you get blown up at the end of the game. You get the Saints turn their back on you.
Right.
The ship blows up as a whole big double cross. Saints Row
Right.
2, you wake up, you're in the hospital, you're in a coma for years. The city is completely redesigned by
Mhm.
Altor. Johnny Gat's going to jail. The Saints are broken up. You got to put the Saints back together. Here is how I pose it. You start with Saints 2.
Mm-hmm.
You start with Saints 2 again.
Mm-hmm.
And you write it off in the most Saints Row way possible. You got to keep to the comedy aspect.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of Saints 2, everything through Saints 2 is still canon. Pick up at Saints 3, you wake up and go, damn, I had a really crazy dream that we were celebrities and had energy drinks and the earth blew up and Johnny Gat went to hell. That is how you fix the Saints Row franchise, as you put out Saints Row 3, not Saints Row the Third. You put out Saints Row 3, where all of this is canon, just in a fucking headspace dream. The issue now is there's a new Saints Row. So I feel like you address that by making that game, the reboot, still canon. Those Saints exist. They're in a completely different part of the world.
Right.
But Saints 3's plot is you get word there's another group calling themselves the Saints. And they're these woke 2020 Saints from
Yeah.
Saints Row, the reboot.
Yeah.
So Saints Row 3's plot is you wake up from this crazy dream of all the Fast 3 games that happened. And then you're given the news that there's another gang across the United States calling themselves the Saints. And you have to go to that territory and take out the imposter Saints. I think that's how you fix the Saints Row franchise.
There's no way Style didn't write that question.
I didn't write the
That's
question.
what I'm thinking.
It's
honestly.
a great question.
I did write a blog about it, but I didn't write the
and
question.
I think that's fair. But
Is
yeah,
that solved?
I think that's solved. I like the dream scenario.
That was cool.
There we go.
That was
You
cool.
write it off with a Saints Row scenario, man.
I like it.
That's probably why. That's probably why I threw that in there. Is because I'm like, I remember writing the blog. We got to go to break. 216-859-8699. Let me know more problems that we can solve because we got a lot more to come.
The Artificial Intelligence Podcast is the only show written, voiced, and scored entirely by AI. All episodes are available now on stylesrebelradio.com.
Hey everyone, Shaney here, the host of that show, Off Air. Check me out 3 p.m. weekdays on WSRR, Styles Rebel Radio.
Hey, been a while since you've heard from me. This is Jeff Stritch, and you can catch me on my new show, Strictly Stritch, on stylesrebelradio.com or anywhere you get podcasts. Hey, that's right. New name, new podcast, new attitude. Listen, it'll be good.
Hey Google, play the Rebel Podcast on Spotify.
Playing the Rebel Podcast on Spotify.
I'm just saying, it's election season. There's candidates going to jail, possibly. There's candidates that are definitely mentally unfit. But here we are, solving all of the world's issues.
Put
For-
us on the ballot.
420 blaze it, more like moo graze it. I'm talking about grass.
Talking about back at the barnyard. That's what we're fixing now.
Yeah, I had that one. I just had that one locked and loaded.
You had that one ready to go?
Yeah.
Like since the time you came into the studio, you're like, I got to bring out Moo Graze it today.
Since the dawn of man, actually.
Fair enough, valid. We're also not 35, so we can't run for president.
Maybe we could put on a big trench coat and I'll get on your shoulders and we could
Ooh,
trick them.
I like that.
I'll put on a fake mustache over my
I was
real
going to say,
mustache.
double mustache it up.
Yeah,
Gotta
yeah.
have the mustache or we're not 35.
Yeah.
All right, Jules, you want to give us our next one? You want to
What
pick it out of
is
the bowl?
The world's issue now.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, we're solving all of the world's issues in 2 hours as suggested by you, the listener.
I'm not sure how to say this name. Sid Hesh?
Sure.
Traffic.
Oh, just traffic in general.
Traffic is the problem.
Sid Hesh says traffic. How do we solve traffic?
Hang on, I want to keep a running tally of the things we've solved so far. What was the
Yeah.
first thing we solved? People being too sensitive?
Yeah.
All right, and then the Saints Row franchise.
Obviously.
Easy one. Fucking softball, guys.
How do we solve traffic? Do you want the real answer or do you want the fake answer?
No, hit me with it. How do you think we solve traffic? Everyone
so
walks.
We
Well-
autobahn it. Everybody goes however
That's
fast.
not an answer.
I think it was like a YouTube video that I saw a long time ago of how to like fix traffic jams and how to
Oh.
not create traffic jams. And I don't remember much from it, but the big underlying thing was like, don't ride people's asses in a traffic jam and try to remain moving. Like if you never stop, then the person behind you won't have to stop, and then they won't have to stop, and then it's like
So give enough space for you to roll.
yeah, you want everyone to be able to roll, because then you're all gonna be
Continuously moving.
right, and then it will get to that faster speed. And again, it was like a whole 20-minute long video essay on YouTube that I saw maybe in like high school or something
Right.
like that. So I don't remember the specifics, but I remember that being like the main key argument, and something about instead of trying to, because that was the thing, instead of trying to move to get around people,
Yeah.
it's like just give them space and roll behind them.
So essentially be a courteous driver.
Right.
My
was like
biggest
the
thing is I'm sorry to cut you
no,
off.
no, no, you're fine.
But my biggest thing that I go through every single morning is people are going really fucking fast around me and then they have to slam
speed
on their
up.
brakes or. Well, no, I go the speed limit because I have
Speed
too
up.
many points on my license, and I'm always
Right.
the one that gets picked out by the cop. So
Right.
I only go the speed limit. So now I always get people either bunching up behind me
Yeah.
or going really fast around me and
Right.
flipping me off for going the speed limit, doing the law.
I would tell you my secret for that because I'm in the same situation of like max. I go 10 over.
His secret's the
Max.
2020 Toyota Yaris.
It really is.
Not sponsored by Toyota, but
we'd
like to
be.
be.
Hell fucking yeah. Give me a free another Yaris, dude. I would love that.
Yar-
2020.
Yaris for the gang.
Yeah, Yaris for the gang. No, I'm a middle lane warrior, Jules.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a middle lane warrior. I say it all the time. I'm a middle lane warrior. I just gotta ride the middle lane. That's it. I can't go. I get into the high speed and go around someone if they're being slow. If I'm being my middle lane warrior and they're still going too slow ahead of me,
Yeah.
I'll go in the high speed lane and I might chill in there for like a minute or two and kind of get ahead of a couple
Yeah.
people. But for the most part, boom, right back in the middle lane warrior. I ain't dealing with no bullshit of me being in the high speed lane and them thinking I'm going too slow when they're trying to go 80 and a 60 or something
Okay.
like that, you
Or
know?
like, so for instance, one of the highways that I take every single time I go to work and back home is a 55 mile an hour, like
Yeah.
3-lane highway.
Right.
So nobody's going 55 miles an hour.
Right.
I personally, it's unsafe to go 55. I've tried.
Mm-hmm.
So I go like 60.
Right.
And
Yeah, anything under 60 on the highway is unsafe in my opinion,
Yeah,
by the
I
way.
agree.
Fucking hit it. Hit it, granny. Step on the fucking gas.
I have a little like in between halfway highway that like we pass by a bunch of food and stuff like that, and then you get to the real highway. And I think it's like a 50 over there, 50, and it's always
It's one of them old highways.
it's like a starter. It's like
Yeah.
it's like, you know, when a plane is taking off and it has to go off
You're on the runway, yeah.
yeah.
I love driving down the runway.
Yeah, dude. I do it all the time.
So
I think
here's
people
my
need
thought.
to either like set enough time to be able to get there on time so you don't have to speed, because speeding doesn't actually save you any time. It
Right.
saves you maybe a minute.
It can save you time.
Yeah,
I've
depends
definitely
on how good you are
I've
at it.
definitely shaved 20 minutes off
Oh,
of a
for sure.
Columbus trip going 100 the whole way. So.
Well,
Or a friend of mine, excuse me, did that one time.
allegedly.
Allegedly,
That's the same friend of yours that swindled
Listen,
Venmo,
I have a
isn't
lot
it?
of friends.
All right, yeah,
all
sorry.
right?
Okay, yeah.
A lot of friends that do
All
a lot
right,
of
I'll
things.
stay out of your social circles. I get it,
A
dick.
lot of friends do a lot of things. I like to talk about it on the show.
Okay, so in theory, your initial answer is right. It's just keep moving, right? As long as you're
Right.
always making a steady. But that is the intention of the highway. You're never supposed to, unless you're in West. Real quick,
Oh man.
Yeah.
is it
Yeah.
219, 119 in West Virginia? What the fuck are you doing? You have stoplights on the highway?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
wild.
Stop.
You'll literally be going 70 and then immediately have to stop at a stoplight.
That's wild.
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck your architecture.
Yeah,
Fuck your infrastructure.
That's wild.
I'm calling you out, West Virginia. Also, your theory is the correct way to do it. It's just it doesn't work in practice.
'Cause
It's
people
Yeah,
like
suck.
communism.
Yeah, it's like communism. Too many people are assholes.
Yeah.
Too many people are assholes. Yeah.
Less
yeah.
drivers on the road would be.
Do we start wiping out the population?
No, I
Dude,
think there needs to
Thanos.
be.
Thanos was right.
Yeah, Thanos was right.
I think
exactly.
there needs to be a more.
Thanos was just thinking about
structured-
traffic.
Yeah.
There needs to be a more structured license bureau. It needs to be.
I agree. I feel,
Revoking licenses?
well, I
Yeah.
feel like after the age of like okay, what is it to retire? 65.
Yeah, 65 now.
I think once you hit 65, maybe even I'll give them once you hit 70, you have to retake
this
your driving
is
test.
an idea I literally pitched
You
in
have
Candid
to.
Life.
There's no way that you think it's safe for you think it's safer for a 90-year-old to be on the road than it is an 18-year-old. It just the numbers, Mason.
Yeah.
What do they mean?
I agree. This is literally a conversation I've had in day-to-day life. Once you hit the age of retirement, it's 65 right now because it keeps
Yeah.
going up. I think it's probably like 67 actually.
Yeah.
But we'll say 65 to make it even. Every other year, you take a driver's test.
I like
Every
that.
other year, you take your driver's test. That's in car and vision and all the shit you need at the DMV. Every other year.
I would double down and say would be willing to take a cognitive test and a driver's test again. Like every
Yes.
if it was like
I'd
okay,
be willing to take one tomorrow.
right. If it's like you retire at 65, 70 and then at 70 you take those tests and then at 75 you take those like every 5 years.
I
Okay.
think
Totally, I'd be down for something
It
like
should
that.
definitely. I think it should be the checkpoints all the way around. Like 16, you get your license. 25, you go back in and do a little re-up.
Okay.
You know, that's
I
that-
could fuck
30,
with that.
you
That
go
is a
around and
valid
do little
point.
re-up.
I could fuck with that. Every like 5, 10, whatever
Yeah.
years, you just
Give
kind
a
of
little longer grace period between
Yeah.
16 and 25.
right.
Get your bearings.
because right
and then
now,
go back.
how it stands, you get a license at 16. Basically, what the state is saying is, from the time you are 16 and can get a license, you are never going to get any better or worse at driving.
Right.
Good luck.
Right.
Hit the roads.
Yeah, hit the roads.
Okay, I think that's a good idea. Is more driving tests in legislation around licenses.
Yeah.
Also, I want to throw it out there just because
Mhm.
I feel like it's a big thing we're glossing over here.
Mhm.
Monorail system.
Oh yeah.
Where are our retro futuristic monorails
Well-
that tower above the skyline?
Dude,
I need our tubes, our little Futurama tubes.
just like even what are they called? Hyper trains or whatever?
Yeah, the bullet train, like the
bullet
super bullet
trains.
trains. Yeah,
Su-
the
bullet-
magnet trains.
Yeah, those like even if we had 2 of those things and then just a complex railway system across the U.S., we would be fine.
Well,
or like a monorail system across the U.S., we'd be fine.
We're in the bottom percentile of like trains per capita or rail systems per
Mhm,
capita.
mhm.
Because we do rely so much on driving. Again, we are one of the bigger countries.
Right.
However, I understand the difficulty, realistically, of building rail systems underground like that and subways and things like that. But with a monorail system,
Right.
we're building up, baby.
Right. Let's
Just
build up.
weave them around.
Right. And like, okay, at Disney they have a monorail and it's perfect. You can go from literally every
Wasn't
park.
there a couple of issues with that monorail?
There probably have been. It's literally from like the 60s.
Guys, it's a
Um,
monorail. It's gonna have issues.
But I remember.
But would you rather sit in traffic or risk it on the
Right,
monorail?
Right. I remember going to New York City and riding the subway and
Yeah.
being like, this works so perfectly. It wasn't the cleanest or the like friendliest seeming.
You talking about the city that their ATMs ooze green
Yeah,
slime?
you know, that was some turtle shit. All right, that was some TMNT. That was some But like I remember thinking like this works so well and it's already so well established in
Yeah.
this state. Why don't we just expand upon that? It's such an easy idea to just grow further. And I mean, yes, it's a lot harder to build down than it is build up. And so I
Yeah.
think a monorail system probably would be better. But like
Also, they look cool.
even just like a train like all of Europe, you can get from like Italy to
Yeah.
the UK to France in a day or something like that, you know?
Don't we have electric monorails? Like, isn't that the whole gimmick of the monorails? It's supposed to be electric.
Maybe. I
So,
think
like,
so.
it's not polluting.
Right.
I'm just saying, monorail sounds like a win. I think if you all are in agreement, I think we can mark traffic down as solved with more restrictions for license
Mhm.
and some kind of monorail system. Yeah.
Yes.
You-
Yes.
Do we agree? Have we solved traffic?
I think so. Ding ding ding.
Jules, have we solved traffic?
I do believe we solved traffic.
All right, look at that.
That was cool.
We've solved people being too sensitive. We've solved the Saints Row franchise, and now we've solved traffic. Let me see that big old picture over there, and let me see what we're gonna solve next.
Alrighty, passing the
Da,
bowl.
da, 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 da,
I really
da,
like
la,
more
la,
testing.
la, la. Sorry. What's up, guys?
What
I
was
wish-
that?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. It was just me time. I was just
Oh,
having
okay.
Shane time.
Oh, sensory
Yeah.
time over there.
Yeah.
All right, we got. Oh, Shane, this one's right up your alley.
Ding
Oh,
ding
wait.
ding.
We might have to solve this one when we come back.
When we come back, we're gonna solve the world's issue of destructive AI.
Ooh.
216-859-8699 if you want to help us solve the world's issues.
Everybody, this is the Pidge, and I'm here to tell you that I hate everything that you send me, but I love it at the same time because holy shit. That's all I gotta say to that. If you guys don't know me, I'm the Pidge, and I'm one of the members of the Styles Rebel Radio page. You probably won't hear me as much on the Rebel podcast because I'm away in Arizona, but every month I come out with the show. Submit your stuff into the Styles Rebel Radio Discord page under the Pigeonhole section, and it will be featured on the next show. Unless there's racial slurs. See ya.
Hey, Style here to remind you that StylesRebelRadio.com is a group of free content creators, and because of that, you may have noticed that we don't do a lot of ad spots between our breaks, and that's intentional. We're not here to shill out to off-brand cereal or promote crappy mobile games. We strive to give you quality, professional content without the repetitive marketing. That being said, if you like what we do and want to support the shows, you can always click the link in the Spotify description to help support us for as little as 99 cents a month. Now back to the broadcast.
Welcome back to the Rebel Radio Show. We're live at 5 every Monday on WSRR Radio, saving the underground music scene. Today, we're saving all of the world's issues. That's right, we're answering all of the biggest problems in the world in 2 hours. We're basically like what the United Nations dreams of. So, you know, if you want to pay us for some brain trust work, 216-859-8699, or if you want to chime in on the conversation, help us solve some of the world's issues or pose a new one, 216-859-8699 if you're listening live or in podcast form. I think we've decided that we might make this a recurring thing if more issues keep happening after we solve them, which I don't think they will. I think we've covered traffic sensitivity, volition, and deep silver.
Yeah, we're covering our grounds. We're covering our bases.
Well, now we get to talk about destructive AI and how do we... It's the third segment. Of course we have to talk about... Even when we don't plan to talk about AI, we're talking about AI.
Really quick, I've been thinking about this one.
Yeah.
Of course you have.
Suck it to me!
Oh.
What do you think of that?
I like it.
Suck it to me! I'm going to start saying that sometimes.
Well, Shane... Suck it to me.
Suck it to me.
How do we solve destructive AI?
I'm
relying on you for this one. I feel like you've put a lot of thought into the AI safety net realm.
Guys,
Do we just stop it?
Yeah, I think we just turn it off. I think you just put restrictions on it, but also I think it's definitely a case of Pandora's box. I don't think we can stop it. No.
How do you put
frankly.
restrictions on something that you don't know what it's capable of?
I think it's the power of AI has gotten into the hands of coders, programmers, everyone across the world, whoever, the people who are big into computers and like they're mechanic geekhead people who are clickety clackety all, and those are like the real hacker people. They're getting into AI, and we don't even know their IP addresses. Like we can't find those people.
Yeah.
We couldn't digitally find those people if we wanted to, because that's how they want it to be, and AI is in their hands. We can't. I don't think that we could ever, at this point, reasonably stop AI or destructive AI for that matter.
Yeah,
I think I think you can put restrictions on Google's AI that releases every 4 years and gets an update and looks cleaner and talks cooler and has a voice now and it sounds like Scarlett Johansson, and like. I think that there will be restrictions on those AI chatbots and AI things, but I think now that it's in the hands of like developers and stuff like that, I think we're done. I think that's it.
I think that's a good point too. It's like, again, you know, it's the problem that we were given is destructive AI. We can make all the solutions we want for the ClearNet open AI that we're given. They can put all the safety nets they want on those. ChatGPT does it all the time.
Right.
Like you said, it exists now. It's out there. It's not going to not exist.
Right.
It is in existence. It's going to keep being in existence. And the people that want to use it nefariously are going to have ways and find ways to use it nefariously.
Can't put the toothpaste back in the tube.
You want to bet?
You really can't, man.
You want to bet?
Not with this one. Not with this one. It's in the hands of Elon,
Too much paste, dude.
Too much paste.
Not enough tube.
Yeah.
So is there no fixing this one?
I don't like that answer.
I think, like, realistically, it's gonna come down to, like...
The government?
The government tries to step in. There will be, like, black hat organizations that have AI and are using it for nefarious things, and maybe you can buy AI off the dark web in the future or something like that.
Yeah.
If the government, if you want to go that route. But I think realistically... Or, like, I guess in my crazy nut job brain, the only hypothetical, like, it's going to be some kind of war or humans are going to become obsolete. Humans either are just going to, like, vanish and, like poof out of existence one day. Going to stop reproducing and whatever.
It will fix traffic, though.
That's gonna fix
Yeah.
traffic.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Traffic
so that,
will
yeah, it's kind of
move
like two birds in one
so
stone.
smooth. All the cars will be driving themselves. They'll be having conversations with themselves. Yeah, I think
If we rely more heavily on AI,
yeah,
we fix two birds with one stone, and we don't have issues with traffic, and we also won't be around to have issues with AI.
yeah.
Hey, that's 3 problems because we won't be around to be overly sensitive.
Or see where the Saints Row franchise
Yeah,
goes.
I won't even be worrying about the Saints Row franchise at that point.
I will. I'll still be worried.
Good,
I'll
I'm
be
glad.
like, damn, what's happening with the Saints Row franchise down there?
Really hope they come up with that Saints Row
Re-
3.
Really hope they don't write off Johnny Gat in this
The
one.
T-1000 Terminators are like breaking in. You're like, come on.
Still playing Saints 2, baby.
Yeah.
I don't know if it solves the issue in the terms of the issue itself.
Mhm.
I think we can solve the issue individually by just getting offline.
Yeah.
Less time
Yeah.
online
Yeah.
Yeah.
means less time of you getting scammed, swindled, tricked by AI, right?
Right. Go
Yeah.
outside. Start a garden.
Touch
Touch
grass.
Touch grass. Do something productive with your life. Get a fucking job.
Get a job.
Great. Now we're the oldies. Now we're telling them, get off our fucking lawn.
We did a whole
No,
episode
touch
on
my lawn.
we did the whole episode on not knowing what the Rizzler is. We've been old.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that.
I think we can mark this solved with the answer touch grass.
Yeah, go outside. Stop playing with your phones.
Stop playing with your dingling.
Stop playing with your dingling. Stop playing with your phones. It's not good for your brain. It's not good for AI. They're gonna
Read
take
a
us
book.
over. Yeah, yeah.
That was cool.
All right, we've solved destructive AI.
You're welcome.
Here you go, Shane. Go ahead and put one out there. I'm putting it on the list. I think we consider it solved.
Yeah, right.
I think touching
Jules,
grass.
Any more
I
input?
agree.
Okay.
All right, I almost wrote touch grass instead of with destructive AI was the issue.
Yeah. All right. Ooh. Okay.
What's up?
This is a good one. Pretzel Pepe asks. I'm assuming this is Reddit. Could be wrong, but Pretzel Pepe asks, how do we fix the price of beef jerky?
Ooh, price of beef jerky.
Yeah.
Why is beef jerky so expensive?
Cows are expensive.
Well-
They do like their jerky high. They're like, guys, if we're dying for this, it's got to be worth it.
I think it's more a scam that the bags are like always half full, and I much prefer the like the links.
do too.
Those are way better than beef jerky could ever be.
Yeah.
The teriyaki ones,
Oh yeah.
they're so good. No beef jerky could ever beat that. And just while I'm on the topic of jerking the beef,
Yeah.
I've seen the chew back in stores.
Oh, like the dip cans.
The dip
of
cans
beef jerky?
of beef jerky still exist. I thought they went MIA. They went rogue for a couple years, but they're back.
I'm usually a teriyaki gal, but the original is good in the chew.
I bet you go anywhere south, and that was never an issue of them being MIA.
Yeah, you're probably right. I just maybe wasn't looking hard enough. They're
I-
also like little
Yeah.
contain.
I have an interesting pitch on how we
canisters.
fix this.
Yeah.
And it's, to stay with me, because it sounds I'm
Yeah.
gonna get a little crazy
I'm
here
with
in
you.
the
No,
beef
dude,
jerky
get
market.
kooky, dude.
Because we've got beef jerky.
Get
and we-
wild, get loony, get zany, get silly, get crunk, dude.
Oh, I'll get crunk, dude.
Get naked if you want to.
All right, well, we have beef jerky. We have the Jack Links. We have like the individual little bars now. We
Yeah.
have the fucking, like you said, the dip, the chew. We have the little smokies. We
Yeah.
have all these different
The
kinds
chunks.
of beef, the chunks, right? We
Yeah.
have all these different kinds of beef jerky, right?
There's
And
a
I'm gonna
much
put
wider variety.
I'm gonna put Slim Jims in that same category
Wow,
too. Beef
I don't know if
sticks.
I would.
Well, because hear me
I
out,
don't know,
and here's
beef
why I'm doing it.
sticks, I agree.
I think we need to expand the market further.
Okay.
More supply,
Whoa.
less demand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lower beef jerky
I
prices.
love that. I love that. Everyone, stop giving a fuck about beef jerky. We are off beef jerky
That's not-
for at least 6 at
until
least
they
3
get it figured out.
Yeah, at least 3 business days. At least-
Boycott it.
Yeah, we are done with beef jerky for a little bit so that the prices go down.
No, listen.
We
If
unionize.
yeah,
Yeah.
unionize against Big Jerk.
Yeah, okay, wait. I have a question.
Yeah.
Why haven't the people ever unionized? Why don't we union? okay, American people, I have an idea. Let's unionize. And fuck it, we can bring in maybe like Mexico and Canada too.
We'll put all of the issues we're talking about on the union list, right?
Yeah.
Except not
join a union. Let's make a people union.
the union.
The union.
The union.
Oh,
the
yes.
union.
The union.
The WSR union. If you want to join the union, 216-859-8699. Open enrollment.
Are you starting a cult? What the hell?
It's all centered on beef jerky. Don't worry. No, but if my high school education of supply and demand has taught me anything, they work in conjunction with each other. So more supply, less demand. More demand, there's less supply typically.
He said conjunction.
I
like that.
Well, conjunction, junction, what's your function?
Yeah.
Hooking up words and phrases and clauses. Now, if we were to have more of a variety of beef jerky, because there's people that prefer the sticks over the jerky,
Sure.
and there's people
That's me.
and
I like the little smokies.
right, and there's people
Yeah.
that prefer to act like they're Alabama tweakers and dip instead of eating the jerky.
Hey, can't help it.
Sometimes you need a cheek full of cherry skull long cut, you know?
And a cheek full of some teriyaki beef jerky.
Dude,
you know
that's
what I mean?
that's a power. If you roll up to the function and you got one cheek of chew, one cheek of jerk,
Dude,
as a man, I don't want to mess with.
upper lips, bottom lips.
Upper and bottom, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I
Upper
think
decker, lower deckers, you know?
always taking upper deckers.
Yeah.
I think the answer is I don't know what you'd maybe like a fruit by the foot in beef jerky. You just keep rolling out more jerky.
Whoa.
Like the Hubba Bubba rolls
like
of jerky.
Yes,
Something
yes.
like that,
It
you
has
know?
it has the alligator teeth on the
Yeah,
end when you close it so
yeah.
to cut the beef jerky. That's genius.
Maybe get like a baby bottle pop scenario where you got
Ooh.
some beef jerky and you dip it into the dip.
Into the chew.
Yeah, see?
See, why haven't we ever made like beef jerky meals? Why isn't
I
there
think
like
it's called like ham,
well,
and, like,
no,
brisket.
No.
Ribs.
No. I'm talking about like you take beef jerky and make it dinner size.
You're talking like taking the
take, like,
dehydrated meat and hydrating it.
No.
Okay.
You don't have to hydrate it.
Large dehydrated meat.
Yes.
as
Okay.
your
Just
main
like a
course.
giant, like how they have like M&Ms and big M&Ms, and they have like frosted mini wheats and
First of all,
frosted wheats.
let me say, I hate Big M&M. I liked him a lot better when he was a local guy. Marshall,
down with Big Marshall. No,
God. Not martial law.
but just like a supersized hunk of beef jerky.
I'm all for the hunk.
Yeah, man, just a
Like,
big.
what are we having for dinner?
Like, you
Beef
gotta-
Jerky, the
and-
slab.
You
and
gotta like
peas.
carry it over your back
Yeah.
like Christ did the cross.
That's the only way, honestly.
Yeah.
If you had a big, like, I'm thinking comically large,
Massive.
just slab of beef jerky,
Massive,
like
yeah.
fork and knife
Yeah.
for the family.
Oh no, I'm thinking like you gotta get like the electric saw that you use on
Oh, the
Thanksgiving.
turkey cutter, yeah.
Yeah.
But I like the thought process here. If there's more crazy things to choose
And the
from,
slab could be one of them.
the
I
original,
love the slab.
the
Return
original
the
like
slab.
Dude.
beef jerky would be less
Expensive,
It would
right?
probably be marked down.
Because let's be honest, if I'm walking into the Circle K, which I'm always doing,
Mhm,
if I'm walking into the Circle K and they got the slab for $28.99
mhm.
or a bag of beef jerky for $17.99, I'm getting the slab every day of the week.
17 is way too expensive. That's the problem.
Wait. Pretzel Pepe asks the price of beef jerky. Let's just deconstruct capitalism.
To fix beef jerky.
Prices, yes. That will fix them very quickly.
I'm just saying, I feel like I've provided an easier solution, expand the jerky market rather than destabilize the economy and build from the ground up.
I think if you want some good homegrown beef jerky,
If
You
you
gotta
want it
really-
right, you
Yeah.
gotta fix capitalism
yeah.
first.
What is it to bake a cherry pie? You must first invent the universe. Some philosopher said that. At some point.
I do remember that actually.
Yeah.
All right, so I think there's two solutions that work in conjunction with
No,
each
no.
other.
I think your solution's better.
No, Shane. I'm giving you credit where there's two solutions to this issue.
I mean,
So people need to stop
alright.
bitching and do one of the two.
yeah.
Either expand the jerky market. I'm
Yes.
looking at the slab
Yes.
and jerk
I
by
do
the
like
foot,
slab and jerk by the foot. I
or
like both of them.
deconstruct and reconstruct capitalism from the ground up to then fix the jerky prices.
Well. Maybe in this new government, we're gonna like revolve it around beef jerky or something like that.
Jerktarian government.
Yes, pretty much.
All right, I think we can mark this one down as solved.
Yeah, that was an easy
agree.
one, honestly.
I miss when beef jerky.
What if there's a ball? You know how you get like a popcorn ball?
Oh, jerky ball.
So I'm not sorry, that came into my mind.
What
could
would
bounce.
stick it together?
You could bounce
Itself.
it.
You get jerky adhesive spray.
You could bounce it on the gravel and the sand and then eat it afterwards.
Shane, is that what you were doing with popcorn balls?
I roll
miss
them.
When jerky was like $12
Like roly-poly
instead
buds.
of $17.
Yeah, no, jerky's not worth it at all. But we fixed it, so don't worry.
Here's the
I'm
thing,
adding
though.
I'm adding it to the list.
It's so good.
Hit the Beavis and Butthead. We solved.
That was cool.
I'm just
Alright.
writing beef jerky.
That was cool, Beavis. I
good.
agree.
What's the next one, Shane?
Well, no, here I gotta hand it off.
You said that was cool, Beavis. I agree. Jules, do you want to do this?
Yeah, I'll take
Oh
it.
Lord! All right.
Take the slab,
Return it.
but return it.
Evil Pharaoh says, "Take the slab."
It's just a big slab of beef jerky. The
This
things
one-
I do for love.
This one is unnamed, but
Okay.
it is the DCU. I don't know how to fix that.
Call up my boy. What's his name? Zack Snyder. Or no? What's
yeah.
his name?
The Snyder Cut, right?
No, James Gunn.
James
James
He's
Gunn.
doing it currently.
Yeah, that's what I'm
He's
saying.
trying.
That's what I'm trying to. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say, but I
But
fucked up.
I think one, they need to bring,
Less Batman.
bring-
Just get rid of him.
More Batman.
I think they need to
Take away everyone's favorite.
Yes.
They need to not fire their fucking cast.
Yeah.
Like Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, like bring those fuckers back.
Yeah.
And also, at the same time, they need to fire their cast.
Yeah.
Black
Ezra
Adam.
Miller.
Yeah,
Listen.
yeah. Literally.
Black Adam was a titular point. Black Adam was
How much?
Was super hyped up.
How much?
We talked about it a lot.
Shane, how much? How much is Dwayne paying you to say this? How much is he paying you
Not enough.
to say that
I'm
Black Adam
still
was
a
crucial?
Cody crybaby. I'm still a Cody crybaby. No, not enough. But Black Adam was like supposed to be very important for the DCU
Yeah.
and like make it cool again.
It crumbled it.
And then
Yeah.
it just completely fucked it. And they brought back Henry Cavill for like a little Easter egg, like and it was something I forget what it was specifically where like Dwayne Johnson went out of his way to talk to Henry. I don't remember.
Yeah, no,
It
he
was
had a lot of
something-
backdoor dealings.
Yeah,
We talked about it on the show.
Yeah, it was something where like Henry Cavill jumped through a lot of hoops to make that happen for the fans.
Denied the
essentially.
Witcher role for it.
Right.
Mhm.
And then just got fucked in the end, which does suck. And like I think my short simple answer was going to be make it bright and colorful and fun because that's what like the old DC comics used to look like. They're very
like that.
bright and campy and silly and fun, and it was like they were cool superheroes and they would win. They would win, but it wasn't as like dark and gritty. And,
Make the
"I'm
superhero the
Batman,
good
I'll fucking
guy.
Kill you.
I love when he says that.
Yeah.
Make superheroes the good guy again. Not get rid of the anti-hero in DCU
Yeah.
for a while. Have your 60s all-American good guy.
Right.
I like that. I like that idea. My pitch was pretty similar. Don't worry about building the universe. Make good movies
Yeah.
first, then figure out how to put them together.
Ooh. Okay.
Because like the Justice League did that ass backwards of, hey, here's Cyborg. We don't know why he's here.
Clearly, this was James Gunn anonymously asking us this. and
Probably. He wants
so-
our input.
Yeah, James, I have to say the only way to truly fix the DCU from here on out, if you do plan on rebooting it with Superman, like you said, is to give the WSRR cast a feature-length cameo in the
Yes.
newest Superman
Yes.
movie that you are filming in Cleveland.
Oh,
So,
dude.
we're local.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
could hit us up. Literally, you're on X.
Yeah.
DM us.
I mean, like, that's the
We're
least
in
you could do.
town.
We're answering your question. We're giving
Right.
you, the plot of the movie, essentially.
Right, we're completely fixing your ship that you're sailing.
Yeah.
We in your movie would fix.
Yeah,
the
even
DC.
Honestly, yeah.
having us just there on
The
set,
cross promotion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be
Yeah.
insane. We could do a little commercial for it if you wanted. It'd be cool.
Yeah.
Hit us up, James.
I mean, that or you can get into the beef jerky market.
Yeah,
We're
Oh,
willing
yeah.
to negotiate with you too, but Jack Links might have something to say.
yeah. Yeah.
But I think the way you fix DCU is making it not Marvel.
Yeah.
Don't have it be big universe. Everything has to interconnect. We need the big budget. Just make a good movie.
Make a good fun movie. Make it bright and colorful and
Or
fun and happy.
Yeah, like that. Make it wacky. Make it fun. Because like Batman Forever, Batman, Robin, Batman Forever. Those are all just stupid movies. But I'll watch them because they're fun.
Right.
I want to see Arnold Schwarzenegger incorrectly talk about the Ice Age. That's great. Yeah. Do that. Give me stupid, like put fucking Fabio as the next Mr. Freeze. I don't know.
We can have fun making these movies. It doesn't have to be serious toned and like suspenseful and dark thriller all the time.
Well, I'll say this.
They are good movies. Like, I mean, I'm honestly just judging Wonder Woman.
Guys, I'm gonna be honest. Flash was good.
The Wonder Woman movies I heard were good. I didn't watch them, but
you should watch them.
I respect them. And like I loved.
But they were dark.
The Snyder Cut, and I loved, like Flash was cool, and Batman vs Superman. All those movies are super sick. I love them, but they're all very dark, and like it's always gray and raining outside, or like
big fight scenes,
and
they're longer than they should be.
Like everything is grayscale, and like
I think that's fine if you stick it to one franchise.
Sure, yeah,
like
yeah.
Make Batman's universe dark but make Superman's super 60s. Good guy, all-American boy, right?
Right.
And then you find the way to intersplice them because you can do that because it's comics.
Right.
That being said, I think Joker is probably their best franchise they have right now.
Yeah.
We'll see when the next one comes out. Joaquin Phoenix always kills it, so we'll see how much he...
Lady Gaga is great.
Apparently,
invented music.
Apparently John Cena, yeah, she did. Apparently John Cena's killing it as Peacemaker.
Peacemaker, yeah.
I haven't seen Peacemaker, but it's very funny from what I've heard.
I feel like...
And like, I really liked both Suicide Squad movies, if I'm being honest.
Can you imagine in a universe where The Rock has completely dismembered the DCU, John Cena's going to be the one to fix it?
Oh my gosh.
Thrice in a lifetime.
Dude, thrice in a
We're going to get Peacemaker
lifetime.
versus Black Adam for the rights to DCU.
My God.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Peacemaker versus Black Adam for the rights to DCU.
I think that's how you fix the DCU.
I think we've solved the DCU. Yeah. I do have to give a little bit of a plug here because we're coming out at the end of the first hour. We've solved the DCU now. We've solved the beef jerky price crisis. Mm-hmm. We've solved destructive AI. We've solved traffic. We've solved the Saints Row franchise twice now. And we've solved people being too sensitive. 216-859-8699 is the number to text in live, or if you're listening in podcast form, you can always hit us up after hours. The phone line stays open 24/7, but you're listening to WSRR Radio. The Rebel Radio show is live every Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern. We have another hour on the way of solving all of the world's issues. I think we've made a pretty good dent so far.
Yeah.
So we're going to continue solving all the issues in the world in 2 hours when we come back. The Rebel Radio Show is live every Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern, right here on the home of underground music. Easy for me to say. WSRR Radio. How do you get there? You get there at stylesrebelradio.com, WSRRradio.com, Live 365, which you can download in your app or Google Play Store. Pair it with all of your smart devices and car stereo and punch in WSRR Radio. And of course, showtime schedules and more are always on the homepage, just like all of our great podcasts, like Shaney's Off Air.
That is me.
The Pigeonhole, Beyond Bounds, AIP, 50 episodes of the Sports Avenue podcast, and of course, the Rebel podcast out every Wednesday at 5 p.m. That's not right. Out every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Live at 5 on Mondays right here on WSRR Radio.
That's all the same thing. Time is a social construct anyway.
Exactly. We solved that too. Look at that. We're adding time to list. Time's a concept of human perception. We're here to solve all your issues. If you are having trouble sleeping, 10 p.m. True Vault Escapades, WSRR Radio, every weekday. Give that a listen as well. Until next time, I've been Radio's Rebel DJ Styles. I'm here at Shaney.
Bye, everyone.
On the board is Jules.
You could also listen to the lo-fi wake up. That could put you to sleep.
3 to 6 a.m. during the week.
Wake up.
There you go.
If you're
You're
still awake at 3 a.m.
Sail the seven seas with the lo-fi pirate.
But adios.
All right. Until we catch you in the next Battle Pass. Peace.